It was Christmas Eve in New York City. The snow fell soft and steady, like a blanket wrapping the world in quiet. Street lights glowed warm against the dark sky. People hurried home with bags full of gifts. Laughter echoed from windows lit with twinkling lights. Michael Reynolds walked alone down the sidewalk. He was a tall man, in his late 30s, with dark hair and kind blue eyes. Micah owned a big tech company. He had more money than most people dreamed of. But tonight, his heart felt heavy. His wife, Sarah, had passed away 2 years ago. Cancer took her too soon. Now, it was just him and their daughter, Lily. She was 7 years old, with curly brown hair like her mom's. Lily waited at home with the babysitter. Michael pictured her small face by the window, watching for him. She missed her mother most on holidays. Michael tried hard to make things right. He bought a huge tree. He filled the house with decorations, but nothing filled the empty spot in their lives. He stopped at a corner store for hot chocolate, something to warm him up. As he stepped out, cup in hand, he saw her, a woman, bent over a trash bin in the alley. She wore an old coat, torn at the sleeves. Her hands dug through the garbage. Snow dusted her gray hair. She looked cold and tired. Michael paused. He could walk away, pretend he didn't see, but something pulled him closer. Maybe it was the holiday spirit, or maybe it was his own loneliness. He cleared his throat. "Excuse me," he said gently. "Are you okay?" The woman looked up. Her face was weathered, lines deep from hard years, but her eyes were bright, like embers in a fire. She straightened a bit, wiping her hands on her coat. "I'm fine, sir," she replied. Her voice was soft, with a faint southern accent. "Just looking for something?" Michael nodded. He reached for his wallet. "Here, take this. Get yourself a warm meal." She shook her head. "No, thank you, I'm not hungry." He frowned. "Then what are you looking for? In the trash?" She smiled faintly, a sad smile. "Memories, I suppose. Or maybe a little hope." Michael stood there, snowflakes landing on his shoulders. He didn't know what to say. People rushed by on the street. Carols played from a distant speaker. The air smelled of pine and fresh snow. "My name's Michael," he said at last. "What's yours?" "Eleanor," she answered. "Eleanor Hayes." They talked for a moment. Eleanor told him she had been homeless for 5 years, lost her job as a nurse, then her home, family scattered, no one left to turn to. Michael felt a pain in his chest. "It's Christmas Eve," he said. "No one should be out here alone." Eleanor looked down. "I've gotten used to it, but tonight, it's harder." He thought of Lily, alone at home, waiting. "Come with me," he blurted, "just for a hot drink. My place is nearby." She hesitated, eyes searching his face. Then she nodded. "All right, thank you." They walked together through the falling snow. Michael's apartment was in a tall building, with views of the city lights. The doorman raised an eyebrow but said nothing. Inside, the elevator hummed softly. Lily ran to the door when they entered. "Daddy!" she cried, hugging his legs. Then she saw Eleanor. "Who's that?" "This is Eleanor," Michael said. "She's joining us for Christmas Eve." The babysitter left with a wave. Michael made coffee. The kitchen smelled of cinnamon from earlier baking. Lily stared at Eleanor, curious. Eleanor sat at the table. Her coat hung by the door. Underneath, her clothes were clean but worn. "You have a beautiful home," she said. "Thank you," Michael replied. He set down mugs. Steam rose in curls. Lily climbed onto a chair. "Are you Santa's helper?" she asked. Eleanor chuckled. "No, sweetie, just a regular person." They sipped their drinks. Silence settled, comfortable like the snow outside. Michael asked about her life. Eleanor spoke slowly. She had grown up in Georgia, married young, had a daughter once, but life took turns. "What happened to your daughter?" Lily asked, innocent. Eleanor's eyes misted. "She grew up, moved away. We lost touch." Michael shared his story. About Sarah, the cancer, the empty holidays. "I try to make it special for Lily," he said. "But it's not the same." Eleanor nodded. "Loss leaves a hole, but time fills it, little by little." As the clock ticked toward midnight, Lily yawned. Michael tucked her into bed. She hugged her stuffed bear. "Good night, Daddy." "Good night, Eleanor." Back in the living room, fire crackled in the hearth. Lights twinkled on the tree. Eleanor stood by the window, watching the snow. "Thank you for this," she said. It's been a long time since I felt warm. Michael sat on the couch. Why were you really digging in that trash? She turned. Truth is, I was looking for food scraps. But also something else. She reached into her pocket, pulled out a small, crumpled photo. I found it in the bin, thrown away like trash. Michael took it. The photo showed a young family, a man, woman, and little girl, smiling under a Christmas tree. Reminds me of my own family, Eleanor said. Long ago. He handed it back. Keep it, as a reminder. They talked more about dreams lost, hopes found. Eleanor shared stories from her nursing days, helping people heal. Michael listened, feeling a weight lift. Then, the gentle twist came. Eleanor looked at him closely. You know, Michael, your name sounds familiar. He tilted his head. How so? She paused. Natural pause, like the snow settling. I think I knew your wife, Sarah Reynolds. Michael's heart skipped. What? How? Eleanor explained. Years ago, she worked at the hospital where Sarah was treated. I was her nurse for a while. Toward the end, he stared. You were there? She nodded. Sarah was strong, kind. She talked about you and Lily often. Tears welled in Michael's eyes. I can't believe this. Eleanor smiled softly. She made me promise something. If I ever met you, to tell you this. What? He whispered. She said, tell Michael to keep loving, for Lily, and for himself. Life gives second chances. The words hung in the air, like a gift unwrapped. Michael wiped his eyes. She said that? Yes, what she said. It stuck with me, through all my hard times. They sat in silence. The fire popped gently. Outside, church bells rang midnight. Christmas Day. Michael felt a warmth spread, not from the fire, from inside. Eleanor. Stay, for Christmas. Please. She hesitated, then nodded. I'd like that. The next morning, Lily woke early. Gifts under the tree. Laughter filled the air. Eleanor helped cook breakfast. Pancakes with syrup, bacon crisp. As they ate, Michael watched. Lily chattered to Eleanor, like a grandmother she never had. After, he drove Eleanor to a shelter, but not to leave her, to get her things. Come live with us, he said. As family, help with Lily. I'll help you start over. Eleanor's eyes shone. Are you sure? Yes. Second chances, for all of us. She agreed. Moved in that week, became Lily's nanny, friend. More months passed. Eleanor got back on her feet, found nursing work again, but stayed close. Holidays mended. The hole filled, little by little. 1 year later, Christmas Eve again. Snow fell soft. Michael, Lily, and Eleanor walked the streets, handed out coats to those in need. Michael thought back, to that trash bin, to what she said. Sarah's words, through Eleanor. Life gave second chances, and they took them. The end came gentle, like snow melting in spring, a family reborn. In the quiet glow of love,